Perfect. Lydia Dahl, Connect TV, standing backstage at Fit Talks in association with FitGuru.ie with nutritionist Rosie McAuliffe.
Hi.
How are you? Step into me here, we get
Thanks
you
a million.
in.
Thanks
no
a
problem.
million.
So you're just off stage?
Yes, good. Glad it's over, but really enjoyed it. It was great. Everybody was listening attentively, so that was good. And I really enjoyed it.
Brilliant. How did you get involved with Fit Talks?
Well, Kieran got in touch with me back in November through Instagram. So I'm a nutritionist, as I said, down in East Cork. So I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and he got in touch with me through them and asked me would I be interested in doing the talk, because I do a lot of talks. I go around to companies and schools and I jumped at the chance. It was brilliant.
Amazing. We're starting to see a lot of these kind of like events and kind of motivational speaking days starting to crop up, which is brilliant. How do you find kind of obviously nutrition is your area, but it's very difficult obviously to get up in front of a crowd and to talk like that.
I don't really mind it. I get quite nervous coming, just like even when I was waiting in the side there now, but that's good. I think it means you want to do well, you know. But I used to read at mass when I was small, and I think that was a great start.
Your groundwork was done there.
My groundwork, so it kind of got me used to standing up in front of crowds, and I've been doing them a good while now, a couple of years since I started. I've more you do, the easier they become. But I just think it's so brilliant to have days like this and see so many young people getting involved in their health and well-being, you know, physical and mental.
Do you notice a rise in, because obviously the rise of social media has led to kind of like this sort of influx of people like wanting to get healthy and like care about, you know, not only how they look but how they feel on the inside as well, nutrition, mental health, the whole lot. Yeah,
there's a massive rise in it, and it's getting bigger and bigger. But once it's done through the proper channels, I think there's a lot of misinformation out there too, you know. So it's just important to source the right people and get the information from the right places. But I think it really is becoming, and it's great to see, and it's great to see events like this. And as I said, just meeting like-minded people and young people who want to spread the word and learn more, you know. I think it's just brilliant, because it's now we're building the foundations for our health in 20, 30 years time, you know. And I think we're starting to realize like what's been going on the last 10, 15, 20 years in terms of nutrition even, you know, and the rise of fast food and, you know, convenience foods. I think we're now starting to see the effects of that, and people, and especially our generation, are starting to try to revert back to the more, you know, natural forms of things.
And I mean, it's a little bit stereotypical, but I think Ireland as a nation, you know, it's only now that we're starting to become more health conscious. You know, back in, we'll say, the 70s, the 80s, this wouldn't have been something that would be at the forefront, you know.
No, not at all. It's going back, I think, to prior to that, you know. And I just, you know, it's just great. It's really great to see, and just people wanting, like, even, God, I was driving home the other day, and I must have passed 10 people at least out running, you know, and they were just out in the evening having their jog, and I was saying it's just so great to see, you know, and people making that effort and getting up and getting out, you know.
For anyone watching, because obviously our show is based on a combat sport, so we cover a lot of like sporting events and fitness events and stuff like that, but so a lot of the viewers are people who are already involved in sport, but there is also a large amount of people that get in touch from watching the interviews and different videos that we have about, you know, how can I get started, or what can I do, or do you have any tips? What one thing would you say to someone that maybe isn't leading the most healthy life and wants to take the first step in getting their nutrition on the right steps?
Yeah, well, small steps, I always say. Small steps done over long periods of time leads to longer or lasting results, should I say. So, you know, just maybe sit down and write down some goals, some intentions even, you know, and visualize yourself at that goal. You know, believe that you can achieve this. In terms of nutrition, I mean, you know, they can contact me. You know, I have a Facebook and Instagram account, Rosie McAuliffe Nutrition. I put up weekly tips and recipes. Brilliant. You know,
and but we'll tag your Instagram and stuff so people can.
But I suppose, like, even the smallest changes, like increasing your hydration, just start drinking more water, even at that, and trying to get your sleep better. And if you can nail those two, then say maybe make small change, like I'm going to change one meal a week, you know, and just really small steps, because I think people try to do too much all at the one go, and then it becomes overwhelming, and then they can't do it. Increase your fruit and vegetables, aim for colour. I always say that, you know, just those little small things. Change your environment at home if you need to. Remove the foods. If they're not there, you won't eat them. I don't mean to sound smart, but that's kind of it. Reality, so yeah, that's my main thing though, is small steps. That's far more achievable. Yeah.
Well, thank you very
so
much. No
I
problem.
really
That was brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
And if anyone wants to get in touch with Rosie or wants any of the tips that she was talking about, we'll link your profile into the bio here, so check her out. But well done, brilliant to meet you, and great talk. Rosie McAuliffe for Make Connect TV.